of my friends say, girl, you better take care.
Okay, go.
Still community, how we doing this evening? I'm going to holler at you right quick. Y'all make sure to smash that like button. Sign up to the channel. Tell others about it. And subscribe. It's very important you do that. And if you can watch it all the way through, man, I would appreciate it. This is your channel, your design, and we figure out things together. Sometimes y'all kick me in the butt a little bit. I'm good at criticism. Got big shoulders. I take it to heart, and I work with it because this is how we grow. There is a lot of talk. I'm so sick of people harboring about the same old thing, talking about the same old thing, saying they can't do this, can't do that. Now this is about sports. I thought I'd throw something a little bit different at you, but I apply it to our thinking too. My man, Sir Charles Barkley, you know, he speaks the truth, and I love him. He ain't nothing like Stephen A. Say one thing, screaming and yelling, and then sucker down like a little kitten. Just his brother.
Talking about the Lakers save the NBA. Save the NBA? Yeah. He's an idiot in the food. He know he is. What's his name, Shaq? Which one are you talking about? Kendrick Perkins. Oh, first of all, the Lakers are having a great 2 weeks. He said the Lakers saved the NBA season. That's because them fools on the other network, which we're going to be working for next year, that's all they talk about. Let me tell y'all something. Tell me something. And first of all, I want all the smoke. I don't whistle when I walk by the graveyard or anything like that. I don't whistle when I walk by the graveyard. I like that. Hey, man. Feeling that one. The season's been going great for the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Oklahoma City Thunder. But y'all are idiots because y'all talk about the Lakers and the Warriors all the time. That's the reason I get pissed. You fools on other networks, which we gonna become fools next year. We be working on that network. Y'all talking about teams that had 2 great weeks. I get what you said. You had the whole network. No, because they talk about the whole industry. They talk about the same stuff every single day. I saw a fool idiot.
Again, this is why we try to be different. All these podcasts talk about the same stuff all the time. You hear the same thing. So that's why I try to bring a little joy to the channel, but it is relevant. A lot of junk's going on. And I don't understand because there are other things that we can relate to. There are other things we can be truthful for. And for those of you that say it can't be done, or I can't do it, I don't make enough to do it, you don't want nothing. You don't want to do it. You don't want to succeed at it. Let me tell you something. A person without a dream is a person without a future. So if you can't dream and give yourself something to go with, forget that other guy over there. I see what you're doing. But I ain't got to ask you because you don't want to tell me how to do it. There's more than one way to skin a cat. I figured out. God gave us a brain. Use it. Stop following everybody. And if you do use a tool of another man, give him props. You see a lot of these podcasts, they pick up and do the same thing the other one's doing. But they don't initiate the props to them. Lame game. It's a lame game. Your brain can't function no more to pick up something different. That's you. But how you make it and how you do it, that ain't got to do with it. It's how you respond when you're doing it. Hey, let's sign up. Let's look at this guy. Let's look at that guy. And these people are the same thing over and over. Charles Barkley couldn't say it no better. Everybody get on here and mumble the same thing. Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump. Oh my gosh. I can't listen to it that long. And then when people playing you to like a fiddle, to the highest of heights, people are playing you like a fiddle. And this is what happens when you go out there and you cutthroat, you be nasty. Like I said, karma's got a big B with it. Joel God said, vengeance is his. He'll repay. You're not going to get away from it. So when he speaks, it's coming true. It may not be like a thief in the night. May not be today, may not be tomorrow. But 9 times out of 10, you'll live to see it. And the Democrats, all these years, they've been folding in on y'all, taking your money. They talk about democracy. They talk about caring. They talk about Crockett on there talking about not picking cotton. Yes, Crockett, we picking cotton because y'all are robbing us from it and we're not getting paid from it. And then when you talk about communist stuff, you back into slavery. When a person doesn't have free speech, you back into slavery. When a person can't choose their religion, you back into slavery. When a man can't be a man and a woman can't be a woman, you back into slavery. If you want to monetize every dollar we got, make us pay 50 to 60% taxes, because all you talk about is more taxes. Like Kamala got on there. Well, we have to raise taxes. I don't see anything I would do different. Because the idiot can't talk any way different. She don't know anything different. You can't give her a plate of noodles all mixed up and expect her to go through there and siphon them out and have a decent conversation. It's got to be on a podcast so she can read every word. Like so many times, I think 3 different times, when I was looking at her, it's shot down. Y'all know what I'm saying? You know, that, ooh, Lord, I'm finna say something bad. We're talking crazy already. And let's check this out. Because we're just going to run the fundamental of things here. How life gives you that gotcha moment. Check it out.
The New York Appeals Court is now throwing out the nearly $500 million judgment against President Trump.
This was this case that Letitia James had brought against former President Trump at the time. She brought this civil fraud statute against the president, saying overvalued real estate and things of that nature to get better, more favorable terms with banks.
This is a huge win, but the deterrent effect of political activity and investment in New York City. A lot of businesses left New York because of their concerns about what happened to President Trump. Now, there's going to be an appeal here to the next level. This was the appellate division, which is the intermediate appellate court. It will now go to the Court of Appeals. And I will assure everyone that's listening right now that the American Center for Law and Justice is going to be front and center. We spent a lot of time on this brief. This is a big win, but we need the next step here, which is 2 of the justices would have voted to dismiss the entire matter. And I think at the appeals court, at the next level, we're going to win that aspect too. But those fines are gone.
Letitia. No one's above the law. Remember that? Where's your strength at now? Now you crying, talking about it's just revenge. He's coming after people that went after him. No, big girl. It's people that have lied and sought him up. And he's not working it. Pam Bondi is. And the best y'all can do, here again, is put a hit on Trump's people. Now they started, ready to put the young man in jail. That was put a hit on Pam Bondi. Casey Gabbert's had it done. But that's what the Democrats do. But no one's above the law. And as soon as the law affects their way, oh, they're crying. It's not right. It's not right. No, he's coming after us. You know what I'm saying? But all what they've done is okay. Ain't looking too good. Big girl. Not looking too good. And I know you're sweating. Whole body moist. In sweat every day. Walking around like a farmer with a handkerchief in your pocket. Oh, I gotta get out of this. Oh. Probably be small after a while. Drop that weight. But let's go. I want y'all to check something else out. The pretty boy, OB. Him and Big Mike, they got a thing going on. But he gonna have to answer. Big Mike might be by himself, whatever it is. Let's check it out.
These documents. They are doing a disservice to the American people and trying to deflect away from their culpability in what is a historic scandal and negative action towards the American people and our democratic republic. The answer to that statement can very clearly be found throughout all of the documents that we have released. Again, showing that Russia has took action to try to sow discord in the election, but showed no preference for or against any singular candidate.
You've long been an opponent of weaponization in government. How do you respond to criticism that referring Obama administration officials and even potentially the former president is just more weaponization and this is a potential race to the bottom?
I think that's a very disrespectful attack on the American people who deserve the truth. They deserve to have faith and trust in the integrity of our democratic republic, which has been undermined by President Obama through his direction of this manufactured fake intelligence document, knowing that it was filled with lies and knowing that it would and could then be used for all of the actions that came after.
And I would just add, there needs to be accountability for that weaponization bill that we've seen. And no one has been a victim of the weaponized government more than President Trump, not just because of this political scandal. You all recall his house was raided. So I think, it's very disingenuous for people to say, how dare they speak of former President Obama about this based on evidence and based on intelligence when the former President of the United States, Donald Trump's home was raided when he was forced to sit in a Manhattan courtroom and many other courtrooms across the country for crimes he never committed when he was impeached and indicted, and the entire country witnessed that. That's the weaponization of justice. Now the president is back because the American people see the truth. Nearly 80 million Americans reelected him back to this office, and he believes that we need to have justice and accountability, and I think the nearly 80 million Americans who reelected him agree with that. Caitlin.
Thank you, Caroline. Two questions for Director Gabbard, just on this. Director Gabbard, you referenced the past intelligence reports and assessments on this, including that 2017 one that was signed off, as Ed noted, by every Republican on the Senate Intelligence Community, including the acting chair of the time, now Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who said in a statement that they did not find any evidence of Russian collusion, but they did find, however, is very troubling, and they found irrefutable evidence of Russian meddling. One, are you saying that he's wrong in that statement that he made then? And secondly, what would you say to people who believe that you're only releasing these documents now to improve your standing with the president after he said that your intelligence assessments were wrong?
Well, first I want to correct something that you stated, which was citing the Senate Intelligence Committee's report as being one and the same. I think you said the intelligence community. The Senate Intelligence Committee has a very different function than the Office of the Director of National Intelligence. The evidence and the intelligence that has been declassified and released is irrefutable. I'm going to let Caroline speak to Secretary Rubio.
I'll speak to both questions. First, on Secretary Rubio, he put out a statement in 2020 following that Senate Intelligence Committee report, and he said what they found is troubling. We found irrefutable evidence of Russian meddling, which the Director of National Intelligence just confirmed for all of you, that Russia was trying to sow distrust and chaos. But what's the outrage in this, that Secretary Rubio did not say at the time, the Democrats were saying at the time, is the fact that the intelligence community was concocting this narrative that the president colluded with the Russians, that the president's son was holding secret meetings with the Russians, all of these lies that were never true. And he also said at that time, we discovered deeply troubling actions taken by the FBI under Comey, particularly their acceptance and willingness to rely on the Steele dossier without verifying its methodology or sourcing. The Steele dossier that many outlets in this room ran as the gospel truth, and it was cooked up and paid for by the Clinton campaign. As for your second question, Caitlin, I think, who is saying that she would release this to try to boost her standing with the president? Who has said that?
Well, the president has publicly undermined her when it came to Iran. He said she was wrong. He told me that she didn't know what she was talking about. That was on Air Force One on camera.
The only people who are suggesting that the Director of National Intelligence would release evidence to try to boost her standing with the president are the people in this room who constantly try to sow distrust and chaos amongst the president's cabinet, and it is not working. I will just answer your question directly. I am with the President of the United States every day. He has the utmost confidence in Director Gabbard. He always has. He continues to, and that is true of his entire cabinet, who is all working as one team to deliver on the promises this president made. Does anyone else have questions for Director Gabbard? And then we'll turn it over to a couple other questions. Christian, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Director Gabbard, two follow-ups on questions that have been asked. You mentioned the previous DNIs during the president's first term. One of them reports to you right now, if I'm not mistaken, John Ratcliffe. So have you not spoken to him about why this information was not declassified during the first term?
He was in that position for a very short period of time. The work that began back then, whistleblowers are now coming forward because they see an opportunity for the truth to come to light, and as Caroline said, for real accountability to be brought forward. The accountability is the essential part of this. We can show the truth, reveal the truth. The accountability needs to occur to be able to start to restore that trust in the integrity of our democracy.
And then just quickly, I know you said you the charging to DOJ, but the statute of limitations on conspiracy is 5 years. So what else could they possibly pursue besides treason?
I think that's a great question for Attorney General Pam Bondi. We are providing all of the evidence, all of the intelligence that we have, both redacted and unredacted versions, referring it to the Department of Justice and the FBI.
We'll take one more. Charlie, go ahead.
How credible was the information about Hillary Clinton's power? The report said that it was from sourced from the DNC. Have you seen that information? Or do you think that maybe Russia was overemphasizing what they had?
All I have seen is what the Intelligence Committee have reported through their investigation. I think the underlying point there is that we understand from intelligence what Russia said that they had, and the important point here is that if they were trying to influence the election, as President Obama and James Clapper and John Brennan, everybody said they were doing in order to support Donald Trump's election, they would have released the most damning of that information, some of which I detailed here. You'll find the rest in the report, prior to the election, to help Donald Trump win. They specifically withheld what they had on her, the most damning information, because they thought that she would win the election. They had plans to release it just prior to her inauguration to, again, sow discord and chaos in America.
And if I may, on Jeffrey Epstein, can you rule out that he was connected in some way to any kind of intelligence, either foreign or domestic?
I haven't seen any evidence or information that reflects that. If anything comes before me that changes that in any way, support the president's statement loud and clear. If any credible evidence comes forward, he wants the American people to see it.
Great. Director Gabbard, we thank you for your
Thank you.
time today. I know you're a busy woman,
Thank
so
you.
we'll let you get out of here, but thank you.
So we can see all the chaos that has derived from this and how they're pushing the narrative for this. And they think it's wrong for Donald Trump, Casey Gabbard, them to pursue this. Why are you messing with Obama? Why not? Like you said, no one is above the law. You Democrats remember that. When all this stuff comes back on you, Obama's worth over 72 mil. When all this stuff comes back over y'all, and you got to face the issues of what's going on. And what I love is Doge is going to start checking into how these people made their money. You're making 130, 140,000, up to 170 a year, and if you work 60 years straight, you wouldn't make that. You know what I'm saying? You would not make that. There's no way you're going to make 300 million. Come on, Nancy. And you got Shazman Crockett, 90, I think she's worked. How does that work? Where you making your money from? And we all know it. And y'all sitting here fighting. They haven't done nothing for the district. Nothing. Nothing. And y'all in the streets fighting for them, committing felonies and stuff. Because why? They give you a mask and they give you some rocks. I mean, y'all make my stomach upset thinking about it. Is that all your net worth is? That's all you're worth? For somebody to antagonize you, pull you any entitled way they want, and do what they will with you, and you believe it, and you go for it. People, you can't only waste your time talking to people like this, because it's not going to change. If they're that far gone already, believe me, just bring out the facts to them when they start squawking about it, and let them know this is what's happening. They are obliviated to the fact that they did all this to someone. But when you do it to me, wait a minute, this is not right. They're taking advantage of me. Y'all stand behind me. Y'all join with me. Y'all donate. I've got to fight this on every corner and every avenue. But you blatantly doing it. The record's short, and you doing it now. Even harboring a felon and criminal in your house. What is going on? So y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And let's keep what's relevant. Let's have common sense, y'all. Believe in you. Believe in what you can do. In every corner that you take, be successful. People, it don't matter if you save 4,000, 5,000 in a month. But if you find yourself having to go back there and spend 4,500, you only save 500. That's good. Say what you can, but always pay yourself. Do your due diligence to pay your network, because that's what you're doing if you're working every week, every month, every day, every hour, and you're not paying yourself. You know what you're telling yourself? How can your morale be up? I ain't worth nothing. And you believe in that. and you think people should pay you, your mentality changes. You owe me. I don't owe you nothing, man. I don't even owe you my tax money. That's for the roads, for the bridges, for the railroads. I owe you nothing. It ain't gonna give you nothing. The Bible says, man, that don't work, that don't deserve to eat. No, I don't owe you nothing. Nobody owes you nothing. Get it, baby. Let's get it. Up here bragging with your friend. Oh man, I laid pipe all night long. I broke her back, man, and she paralyzed. That's okay. But along with that comes plenty of responsibility. You ain't, even the cows out in the field, even the hogs, they provide for their young. Mama eat grass and lay down so the babies can have something the dad protects. And you won't do nothing? And want people to take care of y'all? Feed y'all? Feed your kids? How are you raising them kids? They're worse than baby kids. They're going to grow up hollow. No feelings, no thinking the world owe them. Like, share, subscribe y'all to the channel. Again, I'm saying it. Become a part of the community. We're looking for 1,000 subscribers. Let's shoot for 1,000 subscribers in the next 2 weeks. I think it's very doable. We got almost 6,000 people already that's checking us out. And I love it. Y'all hit that like button, please. Let's get this thing up. I'm begging you, I'm asking you, I'm trying to grow the channel so I can in turn give to y'all. Hey, all I can say is we got another one coming. Take care.